Hello. I think that sounds alright. Hello, my little gamers. How are you all doing? Amazing.
Great!
Welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks, right? Give or take some time.
That sounds right.
Yes, that sounds right. It's been great. I have made progress on writing the story, as you can see by the still sketchy drawing. I have made no drawing progress, and I probably will make very limited drawing progress in the coming month. But at least we know what the ship looks like. Gamers, would you kindly give me a little short introduction for those who do not know? I'm hoping to have some people. Let's go with Papa up in the top left as I'm looking at my distro.
Hello, my name is Papa, also known as Alan. I'm playing call sign Nemson.
Nimson.
I did not do a very good job of testing my tongue this morning. I am playing call sign Nemesis, Big Daddy Dom.
That's not how I describe this character.
No, definitely not.
I think he would describe himself like that. And,
He would.
And nobody would take him seriously.
No, you're right. No, I don't even think he would. Sorry, I tested something out. I didn't like it. You guys just all had to deal with that.
Amazing.
Sometimes this game is about iteration, and sometimes we make mistakes.
Hey, we're learning.
Sometimes we make mistakes.
Small steppy is better than no steppy. But thank you, Papa.
That's true.
Mallory? She's sipping?
My full government name.
And social security
hi.
number.
I'm out. I'm playing Sierra, call sign Raven. Sierra is a Molgoth with mommy issues, who's a hacker type. We just leveled up, and Sierra's really excited about her new toys.
Lovely. Oh yeah, so the level up process took a little bit longer, and then we were fighting with Foundry and the Comic-Con. So, small delay in starting, but I don't think many people watch this live at 7 a.m., so it is what it is. Wow. Alright. Papi.
Playing Monkey. Call sign Monkey. First real name Santos. He is a mechanic. He is definitely not 6 feet. He is a short dude, but he is
Short king.
He's driven, and he is interested in taking full advantage of circumstances that his income and social class would not have offered him otherwise.
Amazing. Dale?
Hi, my name is Dale. I'm playing as Garrett, call sign Jester, a very, very large nerd. Used to be an NHP researcher and is now here on the Valkyrie learning how to be a Lancer.
Indeed. My little pilots. Happy to have you here. Call me Michael. I know none of you ever will, but that's my alias as your game master, whatever we call this in Lancer. I will be happily hosting. Now, who would like to give me the last time on? I know it's been a hot second, and I was taking a look at the player notes, which are slightly sparse, but I at least think I know what happened. Should have been a lot of confusion.
Our note taker isn't playing this round. We need to step up our game.
She is having a social life.
Fuck her.
Good for her.
We're so happy for her. No.
She's dead to me.
Last time we dicked around, we got situated, and we matriculated, and we got into our ship, whose name I forget. And then
We have a
met
crew
our-
name of the Journeyman, and then our ship name is Infernal Engine.
oh, that's right. And we met our advisor, who kind of sucks. She was like asleep. She like slept through us meeting her.
No.
It was really embarrassing for her. We also met the mechanic, whose name I forget,
Oh my
and
god.
our like ship mechanic. We met our ship mechanic. We met our medic, and we met our I don't know what her title is, but the cute girl that works with the engineer or the guy mechanic.
So
guy.
Eclipse was our instructor. Roach is our ship's engineer. Cauliflower is the apprentice to Roach. She's
Cauliflower.
the cute little bug, whatever you want to call her.
Oh, yeah.
That I think you're talking about.
And we did meet the medic. No, our
You
medic's
did meet the
dead.
medic. Yeah, and then he
No,
probably died.
Someone is dead.
Yes. So your ship's doctor / medic was Lazarus, who was the first to respond to the scene and was promptly murdered. Back during
So we don't
the
have a
siege.
medic.
As of right now, the ship does not have a doctor. All other instructors are busy, so that is something that will need to come in time. So suffice to say, you will receive medical care. The quality, if you're on mission, might just be less than professional. But it is what it is.
Yeah. I think the advice was like, don't get shot in the head.
Yeah, everything else I think they can fix.
Generally, just good advice, I think.
Yeah.
Even if we do have a medic.
And then we each did a little side quest
Mm-hmm.
last time to gain some information.
Yeah.
I was able to hack into the school's mainframe and access our records.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the records of the girl that Dom keeps fighting with.
Correct.
So that he could learn her name.
Player.
Clear.
Is that her name? Claire?
Yeah, it is Claire.
It is.
Oh, Claire.
And then you mocked me for my NPC names.
I have a coworker named Claire who.
Oh.
Anyway. She matches this description.
Excellent. I'll hand it up for you.
Yikes.
Yikes is right. Holy cow.
And then Monkey and I were working together to investigate the I think that
A shuttle.
that messed up. The shuttle that
One
Yeah,
of the
there was a
faulty shuttles. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
and we
Keep going,
learned something, but I don't remember what it was. We learned something important.
Don't worry about it then. If
About
it's
the
not
shuttle.
important, if you don't remember it, it must not have been important.
No, it's definitely important. It had been wiped or something?
The shuttle was infiltrated with an AI consciousness, and then we dug into it, and it is now gone. So it as if it were never there, but we know that there were something there at the time.
It was like a virus that's no longer
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it was like a laughing virus.
Joker.
And then I remember that Dale was in the gym, but I don't remember what happened to Dale in the gym. And I remember that Alan fought with this lady again, but I don't remember the context around that either.
Oh, she just said hello. She was, what's the word, training, and I didn't want to interact with her again, so I turned around and
upon
walked
contact.
away.
Yeah.
Wow. Snubbed.
Snubbed. Alright. I think that covers covers it. Because it was a little bit of a short session last time, anyways. I'm trying to remember what else there was.
I feel like we did a lot.
You guys
got a
did
lot
a
Part-time job.
Yeah, you did get a part-time job. Monkey met with one of the chief engineers downstairs and got a part-time job working whenever
Okay.
hours allow him to. I think Garrett was trying to just follow people around. I don't remember if you had anything specific you were pursuing, Dale.
I was only in the gym for a short period. I left that session early.
I
So
remember that's what it was.
Right.
yes.
So yeah. That being said, is there anything? No, I think that's about it then. Mallory, take a brownie point, or was there a cookie? I can't remember what I gave people last time.
Good cookie.
I'll take brownie.
Take a cookie, take a brownie,
Oh,
take both,
okay.
or one or the other. You can't have your cake and eat it, but write it down somewhere. You'll need them. Gamers, you await in your respective dorms on the Infernal Engine, your newly christened carrier ship, frigate-sized, portable mech station that will be your base of operations for the next few years. The ship itself is clean, very modern. It's definitely been refurbished, as there's signs of wear and tear in some of the rooms here and there, but it's well lived in, and has definitely been taken care of. That being said, it is now your responsibility to take care of it, along with whatever crew you happen to find. You do know that in addition to the current staff and crew, there are additional bunks below you. If you do find more people that you would like to hire, you can do so, but that is up to your discretion and time. As you wait, the smell of breakfast comes from the common area. What would you guys like to do, little pilots?
Monkey's up nice and early, has already been poring over some of the books to study, and totally
The syllabus.
totally forgot about the concept of breakfast until he smelled it, and he was like, ooh. And so he's gonna go follow the waft with his nose.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra has a lot of grooming that needs to be done each morning, so
Okay.
I won't be around for like an hour. I need to straighten my hair and apply my eyeliner,
And
and
reapply the dye.
like there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be done.
Paint my nails again. Put on fake nails, then
Yeah.
paint the fake nails. Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Okay. Those of you that walked out, go into the common area and see in the kitchen that Cauliflower is laying out a couple plates of just like simple fare, ham and eggs. It looks like the cooking's already been done. And she's like, morning.
Very much just like cauliflower. Wow, really appreciate the breakfast. Is there anything else you need? Is there anything I can help with?
No, it's okay. I didn't make it. You guys have class in a second, right? As you look at
yeah.
your Compton, and you do have about 45 minutes before the first class. It is the initial class.
Yeah, we should get going soon, but I think we've got enough time for breakfast and a good morning.
Oh, for sure. And she hands you. She walks over and she hands you a little piece of paper. She left this for you. Whoever woke up first.
Eclipse?
Yeah.
Thanks. So you didn't make this breakfast?
No. I'm just helping. She had to run, but I'm just putting the table out, and I'll clean up after you guys.
Appreciate it. And I would like to open the note.
You just see a little note with some scratchy strip just saying, "Good luck, have fun, Eclipse."
Alright. That's a better first impression. Alright. Well, I will dig into the French toast.
Is everyone else awake? Or
Yeah, no, I'm just eating. Look,
I have-
I'm
Monkey
right
just kind of
here.
shrugs. He's like, I've known these people for 24 hours. I don't know what their morning schedules are like.
Oh, okay. If you don't eat it, I'll put it away in the fridge for later if you want it.
Thanks.
Okay. And she goes back to like she's just sort of cleaning up the kitchen area. You see Roach walked in. He grabs a plate from Cauliflower, thanks her, and he's like, good morning to you, students. How goes?
It goes.
Are you ready for the first day of school? A little bit of education for your minds. I don't remember what my accent was, so we'll roll with it.
Roach, you're rolling your R's a lot more than last week. What, you okay?
I have something in my throat.
Yeah, I've got like a monkey prefers something closer to like a mix between like a messenger bag and a toolbox. Like it actually looks like I think it actually looks like a carrying case for expensive film and camera equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of him flipping it open and there being a camera in it, there's just like books, notes, folders. It's just like repurposed it, and so he's just like taps it on his side as it hangs low, and he's just like, "Yep, got everything I need right here."
Excellent. And you, team leader, are you prepared to brave the perils of the school halls with your companions? Where is your fourth companion?
Hold on, team leader? What?
He turns over to a jester.
Oh, is Garrett the team leader?
He was officially made team leader, yes.
What? When did that happen?
In the initiation ceremony that I'm pretty sure you all slept through.
What the fuck?
Or were slightly unconscious. But yes, you are the team leader.
Garrett! Cute.
Oh.
Because
Joy.
Jester is the first letter of the team. Journeyman, you are the team leader.
How this works? That seems like a terrible system.
None of this.
Yeah, that's
none of
just-
this has been explained.
It
Everything
was.
we've gotten so far has not been
You
explained.
might have just been unconscious in the medical bay when it was explained.
That doesn't
Gee,
count.
that doesn't sound like our problem.
When did you have
Yeah.
questions? Regardless, do you have questions now? You do have about 30 minutes before class. I'm happy.
Okay, what kind of responsibility is there that comes with being the team leader? Like,
Realistically, when it comes to selecting missions and requesting supplies or directly going to the faculty with any issues, you are the voice of your team, so that way it's not 4 or 5 squabbling children trying to ask for the same thing, as well as any issues between teams are usually handled on a leader-to-leader basis. That being said, the responsibilities is more of a formality than anything, but when it comes down to it, you will be representing the team in an official capacity, unless you delegate otherwise. As in, your name will be on the paperwork for issues, consent forms, or whatever else might come through. It's really not too much. It's, again, more of a formality than anything, but it is on paper an important thing. Because at the end of the day, realistically, all of you are capable of being a leader and Lancers in some capacity. So no matter who is the team leader, you would all excel. Presumably. I certainly hope so, at least. There are classes you can take to, if you wish to look into your leadership abilities and skills, but those are usually in the latter half of the semester. That is a
Pat.
lot of syrup.
Don't worry about it. Dom pats Garrett on the back. He's like, "Yep, you got it. It's all you."
Miss Raven, glad of you to join us. Would you like your breakfast?
No.
Okay. And Kali looks
Raven, I
really
noticed.
sad.
I noticed you didn't bow to our team leader.
Are we bowing now?
Well,
Raven bows.
apparently we
bowing
have a team
now.
leader. Might as
Bowing to a commoner.
Raven bows.
Yeah,
This
whatever.
is-
Slams her energy drink, bows, and walks out the door.
This is
Literally.
incredibly unnecessary.
No. The pomp and circumstance is important. That's what Roach said.
We
Garrett, I need you to understand something. I will never bow to you.
That's so
And
And I
great.
mean that. I mean that with all the love in my heart.
Monkey grabs a butter knife, and stands, and he goes, "How dare you speak to him that way?"
Were it not for the laws of this land, I would have slain you on the spot.
You will respect Artsy. Monkey's being totally sarcastic. He's just like, whatever, but he's just... Yeah.
I like this bit.
Well,
My
let's see.
king, my liege.
My liege. The team dynamic is going swimmingly. You do know where you're going, Miss Raven, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With that, your teammate storms out the door. I'm assuming you're following.
I'm not storming. I am gonna walk out the door, but then wait right outside of the door for them to come.
Yeah,
Because I don't actually want to walk by myself,
Okay.
but I want it to feel like I'm walking by
Oh yeah,
myself.
yeah.
I don't need them, but I don't want them to know that I want them.
You do so. And the rest of you follow suit, I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way out the hall. You see Sierra waiting outside the dormitory or the ship, and you hop on. Well, yeah, you hop onto your shuttle, take it down to the main ship itself. And as you dock, you see dozens of other students and teams offloading from their shuttles. A couple familiar faces, people you might have spoken to once or twice before. It's only been like 2 days, or you've seen in the infirmary together. As you're sort of milling about, making your way towards the classrooms, you do see some of the older teams docking, and they're all either going to some of the upper levels, which seems to be where of the classroom building itself, which seem to be where the higher level classes are. But for you, you'll be on the first floor. You look down at your CompCon and you see your 900 class, your 9 o'clock class would be World Factions, and then it just says PK next to it.
That's so funny. Dean, that's such a good choice.
You make your way down the hall, and you're on time, so no issues there. But as it is about 9 on the dot, and you're standing outside the doors of this classroom, you see the gathering of first-year students sitting there, and there are 2 very large, sort of like buff, what you would think bouncers, but they look a little too scruffy for that, standing outside the door, arms crossed, and just kind of with sunglasses on, just glaring out at the sea of students. As you're sort of waiting out there, you hear a voice that's unfortunately becoming very familiar to some of you. Ah, Dominic! So glad of you to join us. How have you been? How's your family? As you see...
Oh, they're just fine.
Monkey just kind of like, at the provocation of this person, Monkey just goes, "Oh my god, already!" And then he's like, "Sorry, I'm gonna mind my business. Sorry."
It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
It just like slipped out. Monkey's like, "Jesus,
God,
oh my god."
Oh, sorry, my bad.
This isn't necessarily something that's like a trackable thing that needs to be tracked anyway, but he just went up big time in Dom's list of like, oh yeah, he's cool.
He's good in my books.
He's good in my book.
Nemesis.
Yes,
how's
so
that
my family is doing just fine, you know. Business as usual.
Slowly
GMS
declining.
is, as always, truly a remarkable boon on our society.
And your family's particular branch, I imagine, is just thriving.
Oh, you know it.
Now, Nemesis.
I'm gonna
if
give
you-
just a pleasant smile and very clearly avert my eyes to something else or someone else. Actually, you know what? I turned to Monkey and I'm like, "So, Monkey, tell me about the latest project you're working on." Very clearly and loud enough for Claire to hear.
Monkey responds with, "It's a I'm working on a generator that is dispels people based on social and income class." And it there's a modifier about how annoying they are.
Interesting. So what is exactly does it generate? Does it generate power?
Yeah, it generates scowling looks. It generates exasperated grunts. I'm just trying to get. Sometimes people don't understand social norm, and so I'm just trying to be very explicit with this generator.
While
No,
this is
I
happening,
totally understand.
Raven wants to grab Garrett's hand and like start to walk into the classroom, but like lead him in such a way that he like steps on Claire's foot on the way in. Because I know my foot wouldn't really do anything, but Garrett's a big boy.
A biggity boyety.
You do so. She goes, now, sir, I feel like there was a little untoward of you as you're walking past her. The doors are shut at this time.
I like pat your hand and I'm like, good job.
Good job, good boy. Now, I just did, Monty, you said this. I did have a question. Just reviewing some of the recent combat footage, it seems that you said you were an engineer of sorts. I see how you struggled quite a lot with hacking a simple turret. And it did put a few rounds in your friends. Is that standard protocol for you?
Monkey fully does not acknowledge Claire.
Well, at least you know your place then.
Fully doesn't acknowledge.
What very interesting company you keep, Mr. Nemesis. Happy to see it. Now,
Certainly there must be someone else that you can talk to at this current hour. I haven't yet had my coffee. Actually,
did your crew not prepare something for you? They must not be treating you right. Really, you should discipline them.
No, they didn't. I just assumed that you were going to bring me some.
You know that's well.
You seem to dote on me all the time anyway.
I just find it so interesting, especially with as an only child to be the sole successor of your family. Must be a lot of pressure.
None that I'm not used to.
Perhaps we'll see then. Well, that being said, you are an only child, correct?
What does it concern you?
Oh, it's just...
Certainly you've seen our family records at this point.
Oh, I'm aware of your family records. I just want to confirm your personality because it's been so long since we've seen each other, Dominic.
Yes, I suppose it has. Well, when was it last I saw you, Claire?
Oh, you were at my, 16th birthday party. Your father brought us down. They were mingling for a few hours at the cocktail bar. You and I had a lovely time. You were very charming back then, so sweet. I wonder what happened.
How old am I now? What did I say?
How old
are
you?
3 years ago. I think this was like 3 years ago. I think I'm like 19 years old. I want to say I'm 19, maybe 20. I don't remember this person at all. Jesus Christ. Not even.
More or less, the class is just watching this unfurl between the two of you.
Gotta love it. Oh yes, no, I seem to recall a pleasant evening or two. How long exactly did that birthday bash last?
Oh, for 7 days. It's traditional for most.
Oh well, I certainly wasn't sober enough after the second night to remember the following 5. So hopefully I was on my best behavior.
What a roguish criminal you are. I hope nobody has brought that up.
What is the drinking age? You think I've been arrested?
I don't know. Have you? You've caused so many
Have
problems.
you?
Someone of my standing would never have such issues.
My point exactly.
Exactly. I see we've come to an understanding then. It is like 9:10 at this point. The doors have still not opened.
My God.
Just push her and walk away.
I'm exhausted. I think that Dom just like continues just like giving like non-answers and occupying. Obviously, I don't think that she's going to walk away from him, so he's doing the like, oh yes, like repeating the last thing she said in sort of a
Oh, that's
questioning tone.
crazy.
Wow, that's a. Oh, tell me more.
Yeah, precisely.
Oh, she'll keep talking at you forever, and she does so.
Yeah, I let her, but I'm no longer really listening.
At this point,
What a mind-numbing.
there's nothing else going on at this point. It is like dead silent except for these two. At this point,
God, it sucks. So,
everyone knows
so
who you are.
no, it's not even that. It's just the idea of everyone else being quiet and waiting for just waiting for class, and one person
Very
just
loudly. Yeah.
very loudly talking about themselves and being
Just fucking yapping.
Yeah.
Can I
Oh,
roll
yes.
investigate to see what her deal is?
Yeah, I mean, do you have any bonuses to that? It's not. Yeah.
I have a +2.
What is the trigger? Vibe check.
Investigate.
Oh, is that? Yeah, it's literally investigate. I'm still thinking 5e. Yeah, no, go for it. I was playing D&D
Like,
last night, so I'm
Does she want to fuck him, or like, what's the vibe?
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know.
Absolutely, she is romantically into this man so hard, possibly sexually.
Okay, Sierra's gonna text or message Tom and be like, dude, you gotta play it cool. You're giving away way too much right now.
As he's saying,
What?
yeah, totally,
Yeah, I have data plating as
Yeah.
Dom, which
Yeah.
gives me all of the like augmented reality stuff without wearing a helmet. So I like see this message pop up,
yeah, in the corner of your video.
sort of like augmented reality, as I'm in the middle of a conversation. Like I'm looking at her, and a message kind of pops up behind her head. It's like I
Yes.
think she
You
wants
just,
to
like,
fuck.
look over her shoulder real quick. It's like, sorry, 1 second.
Oh,
Gotta play it cool, bro.
I'm like, well, you're giving away way too much right now.
Sierra, the expert on romance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously.
At this point, the doors.
I don't sense any sarcasm.
No, not at all. The doors, at this point, swing open as the sort of like these very buff men, what's the word? Scruffy? Dirty? I don't know. They step aside and the doors swing open to like, sort of like, an auditorium style classroom with like raised seatings that go higher as you go back. Each of the tables are in about groups of 4 or like 5 seats to a table before being separated, so there's room for your team. Where do you take your team, Garrett?
Probably more towards the front, I guess. I don't
Front
know.
of the classroom.
Not like absolute front, but maybe like one behind.
Okay, yeah, second
Second
row, center of the
Yeah,
classroom. So you
we
can actually see.
we don't want to be trying too hard here.
Mm-hmm.
Just hard enough.
Monkey goes for the front row and he gets pulled back to the second front, and I'm like, oh, okay.
No.
He just like.
We're not
picks you
that
up by the
adventurous
scruff of
here.
your neck and is like, no. Okay. No, wait, education.
Meanwhile, Sierra is like desperately trying to pull them to the back.
Yeah, Garrett is being
But
pulled
it's
in
just-
2 different directions.
Does not
right
have
now.
the muscle.
Yeah, nobody here has like vision problems, right? Everybody can
Except
see the
for you.
chalkboard.
Yeah,
from-
I do have vision problems. The vision problems are that I have to be in the back.
I'm so farsighted, you don't understand.
I'm so farsighted.
Sierra, it sounds like your problems are you do not want to be seen, not that you have vision problems.
I'm all I'm saying is that I need to. We need to sit
You have a
back.
problem with vision.
You legally can't put me in the front row.
You legally can't. It's a part of my accommodations. to sit in the back.
Do we have to sit as a team?
It's highly recommended, but you don't
I'm
have
assuming we do.
to. You don't have to.
Like,
There is no seating chart.
listen,
But the seats are designed
Raven,
for
if you
teams.
want to sit in the back,
While
sit there with you.
While Jester's holding me, I just kind of like whenever he holds me to face him, I just kind of go, "So what do you want to be known as? Like king, despot, my liege,
Tyrant, my lord."
my lord? Does that
My
work for
lady?
you? My lady? Does my lady work for you, Jester?
That's
Blank stare.
no.
My liege it is.
My
If-
liege, my liege for now.
If you have to call me anything, just call me Jester.
That's kind of ironic, actually. The jester of a port is being called the king.
Yeah,
Cinematic
King
parallels.
Jester.
What would it mean? I'm sure they will have
If we're
no
gonna sit in the second
implications.
row, Sierra's gonna like slide so far down in her seat.
Incredible.
It's fine. You're dressed in all black. You blend into the shadows. Nobody can see you anyway.
I like pull my hair in from my face.
Oh my god. Anyways, the only other thing of note is the very dirty-looking man who is covered in grime of some indiscernible nature and still wearing heavy combat armor despite being in a classroom, sitting at the front desk. The chair that normally sits behind the front desk has been thrown to the side, and it is instead what looks to be a custom-made throne of mech parts, upon which
Oh my
sits
God.
the instructor, you assume to be the instructor, attended to by a squad of goons who are hanging out behind him, also in various states of
Is this Prison King?
not disrepair, but dirt, grime.
We've met him already. Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
Very much PK Prison King, one of the instructors. And he's sitting, legs and arms crossed, and just kind of like watching all of the students as everyone sort of files in. Dominic, you do feel the presence of a very erudite noble sitting directly behind you.
Oh my god.
Right.
Play it cool, brother. Play it cool.
Cool.
Oh my Jester.
Sweating.
Just, oof, not again. Oh,
Monkey
right.
Garrett.
Like feel lasers
Like,
digging into the
going.
back of my head.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great.
The hair erases on your back of your neck. You're in danger.
I'm in
Fight or
danger.
flight. You PK speeds up like, all right. Ugh. So, students, right? Yeah, kids, whatever. This is class. You have to attend, or else you like get kicked out, right? I'm supposed to teach you things, but really, it's more of a discussion-based thing, for what I'm told. So it's like, yeah, you have to participate, or we will beat you up. And he gestures to his like goons standing in the back, who are very jacked. I will just say I have not drawn them, but just imagine like fucking Machop or Machamp or something. But yeah, I hope you all read the syllabus. Any questions?
Where was the
I think it's
syllabus?
wild that PK would have us read the syllabus.
Yeah, I didn't like
Isn't it
doing
canon
that at
that he
first
can't read?
either. But the thing is that if you read it, I don't have to tell you what to do, and you just kind of do it, and it just makes it easier.
Monkey raises his hand.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your face? Monkey. Yeah. What you want?
Oh. So if we don't do the homework, you'll kick our ass, right?
Yeah. I won't, but
And-
my boys will.
Okay.
My girls will.
And if we kick their ass, do we pass?
Then you have to beat me, and I will kick your ass.
And if we kick your ass, do we pass?
Yeah. But it's not a combat class, so you won't actually pass. So you would be like a moral victory, and then I would get you back one day, but you would never find out when.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. No, if you're in the combat class, beating your instructor, totally valid way of like skipping past the course curriculum and just getting a free semester. Highly recommend it. It's only happened twice in the years I've been here, so good luck.
Got it.
That is now a goal of Dom's.
Dean, in the
Yeah.
course
Target
syllabus,
acquired.
in the course syllabus, was there anything about Gestalt consciousness, AI? I know we're talking about factions, but I'm very specifically interested if are there factions who like do not abhor the use of AI and shit.
Yeah. The Horus Collective, I don't think it's called Collective, but Horus, one of the major manufacturers, which is really just a collective of like white hat and black hat hackers, it's in a sense, they don't abhor AI. You know that, like, we're talking like traditional AI. Most factions, so Horus Collective, I can't remember if it's called Collective or not, I apologize. And then there's a couple other small things. If we're talking like NHPs, Deimos and Ra, which I'll send you the book. If you,
yeah,
we'll talk that. But yeah, those are the ones that immediately come to mind. But you didn't see anything about like current Gestalt consciousness, like you have dealt with. Like that seems to be a new development, and there's nothing in the syllabus covering that.
Yeah.
Just for Monkey's headspace, like he's still wildly concerned about what happened on day one, and it kind of feels like people are trying to just like, oh yeah, you almost died anyways, which is like fine, but he's also like, he gets that it's kind of the vibe here, but he's also not just gonna like, and so he figures that if he asked PK a direct question, PK like would be the only adult to not lie to him if there were one.
This might actually be a character.
And so he will. I just want you to know, like, this is Monkey's headspace.
I got you.
And Monkey goes, PK, do you prefer Prison King or PK?
Bro, whatever works.
Great. PK, do you or will we be talking at all about factions that use AI or Gestalt consciousness to attack students on the first day?
Do you want to talk about Gestalt and AI consciousness that attack students on the first day?
It's kind of the only thing I'm interested in right at this very moment.
Hell yeah, we can do that. What do you want to know?
Who? I think is a great place to start.
That is a great fucking question, brother. We don't know. I'm not gonna lie. This is new to us too. We're trying. Like, there are faculty who are going to figure this out. Not me. I'm sure you can tell. And research is not my specialty. I'm pretty good at like chopping heads off and fucking people up and kind of just being cool. But yeah, I don't know.
Takes his sunglasses off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The combat instructor might know a little bit more, but this like these android AI things, weird as fuck. I don't know shit about that. Or well, I guess like what was it? When we went down there, we've established that it's a Gestalt consciousness, that the more of these androids that are in close proximity, the more dangerous they are. There have been rumors that they can hijack remotely hijack and take over technology, even if it's unpowered, powering it through their own hive mind, sort of the consciousness psionically or collectively swarm generates passive power. And it doesn't seem to be limited to a tech level. There have been reports of everything from a toaster to a battleship being hijacked, but this is all within the past year. So it's like, and in very remote parts of space. This is the first time it's gotten so close to the core. So it's a little bit like, how do you say, fucking weird.
And where, I understand that the conflict is moving, but are we not...
Yeah.
Like this wasn't a random conflict. Like this was very targeted against Lancers.
Oh, I mean, considering that, like we're the better school. The other one kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, to get into that shield and get onto the planet undetected, and also replace a faculty member, it's kind of a big fucking deal. Like the background checks they do, kind of crazy. So. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. I do not know that much. I'm sure if you ask some of the other instructors, though, they might give you some better answers. But, yeah. There are, of course, rumors, and I don't want to teach you guys rumors because you're supposed to be smart fucking kids and whatever, and do your own research. You can go to a library, you can ask people, like, do that shit. Actually do that shit. It'll help you in your other classes. Don't make me teach you. But, yeah. Any other questions, bro?
That's all I got. Thank you.
So dope. So dope. All right. Did anyone else read the syllabus?
You keep listen, sir. If PK,
Yeah.
you
What's up,
keep
man?
mentioning syllabus. Was this made available to the students beforehand?
Monkey,
Yeah.
monkey paws over his copy of the syllabus over to
You
Nemesis.
slide your Prompton over.
Shit. Never mind.
See? Look at that. Students helping students. Isn't that a wonderful thing? You're all learning together. That's rad.
Oh, PK, I have another
Yeah.
question if you don't
What's
mind.
up? No, questions are good.
What's the policy around assaulting other students outside of combat? Outside of combat classes?
Like, what do you mean? What do you want me to say?
If someone's pissing me off and hovering over us and being annoying, can I slap them?
Bro, what kind of school is this?
Hey, we almost died on day one and no one
No,
batted
no,
an
no, no,
eye.
no, no,
I'm
I
just
got you,
trying to
I'm
get
asking you, what kind of school is this?
school for Lancer attainment and expertise and getting us up to snuff.
Yeah, and what's the,
Making sure we don't die once we do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. But what's like the primary purpose of Lancers? Like, what do you guys do? Or what will you do?
That's a fair question. I have not thought that far.
Does anyone else have that answer? He looks around the room. Ooh. Pop quiz. And he points at Sierra. What kind of school are we? What do you do?
Learn.
Fucking nerd. I mean, you're not wrong, but this is a dorky answer. Next. No
Next
one.
answer or next person?
Next person. All right. And you'll see
I'm sure
Claire's hand.
Claire knows the answer.
Yeah, she shoots her hand up.
Stop.
Mr. PK, this is the premier combat school for Lancers that teach us a variety of skills, but primarily in the execution of the duties, Lancers are mech fighters, and mechs are designed to fight. Yeah, girly. Combat school. What do you do in a combat school? Fight shit. So, what do you think that means, Mr. Monkey?
I mean, I'm also wondering if I get in trouble for throwing hands. Sounds to me like as long as nobody is seriously maimed, it's fine.
Yeah, brother, you're adults. Figure your shit out. If you need a faculty to step in, it means somebody got shot in the head. And that's like the one thing we can't really fix. Also, if you make a mess, you have to clean it up. So, like, don't bleed on my fucking classroom. I will kick your ass. Alright, students, listen up. Since you clearly weren't paying attention during orientation, this is a combat school. You are going to be Lancer pilots. Ground rules are big boy, big girl, big people rules. If you start something, fucking finish it. Don't bleed on the floor, and clean up your own mess. You're about to go out into, what is it? How the fuck did they say this? I can't talk like they do. You're all adults, whatever, blah blah. He's like looking at like this some scribbled smudge. Like he pulls out a crumpled piece of paper from his desk. And it's like it says like orientation. He's like, fuck, I can't read that. Oh yeah. So you're gonna be out there. You're gonna be doing shit on your own. You're gonna have to handle things like adults. There's gonna be people out there, like me, who don't talk things out. When you go on mission, not everything's gonna go smoothly. And no one's gonna be there to hold your fucking hand. So if you can't solve things one way or another, and if you can't take a hit and keep going, you're not gonna pass, or more importantly, you're probably not gonna survive. Not the first missions, like those ones are pretty chill. Initiation, it's not supposed to be like that. I'm not gonna lie, we are holding your hand for like the first few months. But when you go out there, you gotta be able to like figure your shit out. So if someone comes at you swinging, you better have a fucking solution. You got it? Any questions?
Well questioned out.
All right. Anyone else? Mr. I didn't read the syllabus. Clearly you have questions.
Oh. Sounds good.
Well, I have questions for you all. So, title of this class is World and Galaxy Factions.
really we're looking at some of the big ones, but who can tell me who some of the major players are as the Lancers? I guess, who are we most concerned about? Or who affects us the most? And he looks around the room for a second. Bless you.
Bless.
Oh my god,
too.
kid, get a tissue. Wow, you guys suck at this. Alright. Anti-syllabus boy. You should be very familiar with one of them.
GMS?
Correct. Now, what does GMS do exactly?
They make everything. Literally everything.
Almost everything, but yeah. And how does that affect us as Lancers? And why should we care? I mean, you care because you're daddy, but like, why should anyone else care?
Wait, are you related to the people who do GMS? Are you the heir to that?
Whoops, spoilers. My bad, kid.
What did you say? Sorry, I gotta turn your volume up a little bit, I think.
Me?
Yes, you.
Are you the heir? Are you the heir to the GMS? Are you related to them?
Is your father Daddy GMS?
No.
Is your daddy GMS?
Daddy GMS? No.
Please, GMS is my daddy.
My family are stakeholders in GMS. Mm.
Oh, okay.
I guess we care about GMS because of the mass-produced nature, although it does not lend itself to a quality over quantity mindset, it does allow for to lower the bar for consumers to get their hands on combat mechs.
Mm-hmm.
And so rebellions and general destabilizing actions are available to the common man.
You are a fucking genius. Take a fucking cookie, and he pulls something out of his desk and throws a chocolate chip cookie at your head.
I try to catch it.
You snatch it.
I don't know if I do.
You jumped straight to the end of the fucking point. Alright, so, Everest, right? Easy mech. Everyone's fucking got one. They're like fucking candy out there. Which means everyone's fucking got them. Which means when you go out on a fucking mission, chances are, if you're dealing with putting something down, as you were at combat school and you're usually hired to put shit down, you're going to be fighting other mechs. So, what does that mean you should be studying up on? Not from my class, but like in general, right?
Other mechs? Or mech to mech combat? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, but like specifically, what is the most likely mech that they're going to be using if you're facing off against like general rabble?
The Everest.
Yeah.
Everest.
And what is the Everest weakness? Considering you're all piloting some
has
variant of it
no
right now. Right. And what does that mean?
It's incredibly versatile mech frame.
Wow, you're such a poster boy.
Sorry that I've only ever heard the positive things about the Everest from my pa.
What is the problem with your mech?
It's good at everything. It's not great at anything.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the pocketbook answer. But there are weaknesses in the Everest mech. I'm not going to tell you that because I don't want to. But also, you should do some research. But considering what you're fighting half the time, you should know what you're getting into. Now, there are going to be more specialized mechs. Some of you are going to get into more specialized things. But if you don't know what you're going up against and you don't do some research beforehand, you're going to get fucking clapped. And I will laugh at you. Does that make sense?
The you laughing at us part? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Glad
not
that's
surprising
clear.
in
That's
the
really what
slightest.
matters. Cool. Now,
I'm listening. I'm just AFK for a little
you're
bit.
good. Now, what are some of the other major players? Since we're already on the topic of manufacturers, who else is out there?
SSC, Horus,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one that I didn't look at.
Harrison Armory,
Harrison?
and ICN? Hold on.
Oh, ISP.
ISP, you got it.
Yes.
That's it. Those colloquially known as, you know, guys know, the Big Four. Let's start with my favorite, Harrison. Now, who can explain what Harrison does?
They build shitty mechs.
Well, somebody's got an opinion. And you see some of the, especially some of the other nobles, are a little bit, like, irritated that you've made that statement.
Listen, if you're gonna make fun of me for being the poster boy, then I'm gonna be the poster boy.
Hey, man. I'm just saying how it is, but if you own it, fucking own it. Just make sure you can clap back. Now, why does Harrison Armory make shitty mechs?
Alan doesn't know anything about Harrison Armory.
Mallory is looking. Wait. I'm looking at my notes.
Is the compendium fair game
Yeah.
to
Anything
us
that's competitive is
as
fair
like
game.
our characters?
Yes.
Okay.
You can, well, anything in the compendium, I will call you able to just look up on your TomTom. You see a couple other students doing the same thing, like furiously scrolling through the compendium, being like, fuck. Now, because you know how classrooms work, it's like the people in the front row are like fucking nerds and over eager to like answer questions. So that's why I'm not calling on you guys, because you probably already know this shit and it's no fun. The guys in the back, you don't want to be talked to. I respect that. You got there first. You claim dibs on the seats. Now, middle of the classroom, somewhere between either got here late, didn't get a good seat, or you've got like some weird like team issues you haven't quite figured out. So, fair game. Welcome to the spot
Wait,
zone.
I got it.
Raven, yeah? What's up, girl?
Oh, I mean, I found it. I don't know why they're bad yet. Wait, give me a second.
It's not that they're bad, they just focus on weapons. I don't think that will get. I would guess that their armor and defense is kind of lacking. Probably not super maneuverable.
Close?
They're the most advanced machines in the business, equipped with powerful reactors that provide excellent heat management and enable the use of high-tech energy weapons.
You can read. That's crazy. I'm actually
Well,
really impressed, kid.
Thank you.
Hey, it's better than I can do.
Wait, sir, can you read?
No. Can you?
What are you giving us shit for about being able to read then?
Hey, man, I know what I am and exactly what's wrong with me. I know my strengths and my flaws. Something you would do well to do yourself. Especially
This is for us.
as a team. If you don't know what your partner, your buddy's gonna fuck up, you're gonna put them on something, they're gonna fuck it up and get y'all killed. Learn each other. You don't have to like each other, but learn each other.
Oh! I could be wrong, but are the Harrison, they're not very, like, what is the word? Dexterous?
Mm-hmm. Some would call it agility, some would call it maneuverability, but yes, Miss Raven, you are right. Take a fucking cookie.
Yes.
He whips away
Yes.
from her head. Harrison Armory. You guys are talking big guns, big mechs, and big armor. Fucking tanks. Now, obviously, strength, big fucking gun. Now, what does that mean for its weaknesses?
Can't move very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, evade very well.
Right. So if you've got a big fucking turret that can't do much of nothing, what's the best way to counter it? I'm slipping into a country accent for some fucking reason. Fuck!
You could do an area of
English?
effect situation, so that even if they are able to run, they like can't get away from the damage.
Good. But what if they've already got thick enough armor that they don't need to run?
Armor-piercing rounds?
Armor-piercing rounds, if you have armor-piercing that can pierce enough, where you're talking about electrical damage, arc damage, something like that. Good answer. What else?
In general, they've got.
You're good.
In general, they've got high heat capacity, and so that's not something you're interested in taking advantage of because they can withstand a good amount of heat.
Hell yeah, monkey. Engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
You're a fucking nerd, but you're my favorite kind of nerd. Keep that shit up.
Monkey just gives a thumb up.
Hell yeah. Right. You're thinking direct. Stop thinking direct. What's the best way to deal with a Harrison neck?
Make it so they can't hit you.
Good. How would you do that?
Hack them.
Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, and there's exceptions, with all that focus on systems and weapons, their E-defense tends to suck ass. And if you can get into and under their armor by someone that does straight around the armor, like I said, arc damage, but they tend to have a pretty beefy hold to begin with. But if you just hack them, what the fuck are they gonna do? Shut their shit down, turn their weapons off, fry their fucking heat. If they're high heat reactor, but if you're frying the reactor every single time, what are they gonna do about it? Because they can't run, they can't move. Now, there's one other point I'm trying to get at, right? You got something big, slow, can't move very fast, but it's very predictable because it's probably just going to head straight at you and shoot you or hit you. What is another way to deal with something like that?
Do you like good guerrilla style fighting? Or you move around a lot?
Yeah, and what is another thing guerrillas use? Not actual guerrillas, monkey. Guerrilla as in guerrilla fighters do when up against a superior opponent. Technically superior opponent.
Surprise.
Yes. Elaborate. I don't know what that word means, but I've heard other instructors use it. Elaborate. It seems to work.
Set up ambushes. Kind of take the enemies by surprise. If you can, get around them. Although that's not really a thing in a lot of mech combat, it seems. And yeah.
You're so close, brother. But yes, no, those are good tactics. I'm talking my favorite thing. Fucking boobies. Booby traps. If you've got time to set something up, then set something up. Because then, A, you don't even have to fucking be there, and they'll blow themselves up. You know how good high explosives are at ruining somebody's day? Fucking love that shit. Does that make sense?
That works as long as you're not fighting an Iskander, correct?
Yeah. What is an Iskander, Mr. Jester?
Specialized Harrison armory frame that focuses on traps and landmines. It's equipped with a skeleton key that renders it completely immune to placed explosives and other devices.
Correct.
It can only set off mines if it wants to.
Correct. And this is why it's so important to know what you're fighting against. You spend half a day setting up a booby trap, and somebody rolls up with an Iskander, walks right past you, and slaps you in the face. Bad day for you, generally speaking. But great, have a fucking quickie, Jester. Fucking love these things. Discount, wholesale, great. All right.
How are the cookies? Are they like stale? Have they been in that?
They're a little stale. They're good cookies. I'm imagining like Costco cookies that have just been there for a while.
Okay, yeah, but they're not like 2-year-old cookies that have been sitting in the desk drawer.
He eats
they're
these
like
frequently. These are fresh.
Okay. All right. Good. That's good.
All right. So that was a little bit of a slog. We'll go faster. Let's touch on the rest of the bid 4 real quick. Who else is there? Because I want you to understand the weaknesses and the strengths of each manufacturer. Because again, this is a combat school. All right, Raven. What the hell is a sick? A suck?
They're fast, agile, free, but they're not very tough.
Good. So if you can hit it, good for you. Half the time you're not gonna be able to fucking hit it. They're weird shit out there. They're like fucking wizards. Not actual wizards, but they think they're wizards. Weird fucking shit. But pretty fucking much. Alright, next one.
IPS North Star.
North Star, the classic. Jester, what are you doing with my favorite fucking faction?
They're pretty damn durable.
Mm-hmm.
Usually with a lot of redundant components, and typically they tend to favor close-up combat.
Hell yeah.
Not in every case, but a lot of them.
What does that mean for you?
Keep your distance.
Don't let them get close.
Mm-hmm. And how do you use that? What are the best ways to do that? Go ahead.
Or if you know they're gonna get close, trap them and
Uh-huh.
booby them, just like you were talking about with the HAs.
Mm-hmm. If you know what the mech is supposed to do, like, what are you guys know what the categories mechs are divided into in terms of their role, right?
Yes.
I only know. Oh, there you go.
Generally
There's-
speaking. Yep.
Controller.
Uh-huh.
Controller was the one that I was looking for.
They're brawler as well.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Artillery,
Striker.
striker, controller, support, defender.
Yes. So, you know what type of... You can usually recognize the frame based on what it looks like and what it's doing. But if you know what the role is supposed to be, you can generally figure out what the fuck it's going to do. Your artillery's going to hang in the back line. Your brawler's going to run straight at you or hide and ambush you. Strikers are going to do very much the same, but at mid-range. And your defender's going to be right fucking up there, either on top of you, or at key points, or with their supports. So you can generally figure out where the fuck they're going to go and what the fuck they're going to do, right? So if they're predictable, they're easy to fuck up. What does that mean for you? Whenever you get to your next level, you're going to be driving a very specific frame around. I'm sure you already have an idea what you're going to do after your next mission. What does that mean for you?
Be aware of the weaknesses of our own frames and try not to
Correct.
let people take advantage of them.
Yes, but I'm talking... Well, you didn't have a cookie for that one, because that's what I was reading to back originally. You're a little bit slow on that one, but you got it.
Oh, come on.
What am I talking... If you're...
Don't be predictable.
Yes. You are driving it. You are piloting a brawler mech. Blackbeard. Fucking love that fucker. They expect me to run straight at them. What they don't expect me to do is pull out a high-powered railgun from a different license level and fuck them up from halfway across the map. Think outside the box. Don't box yourself in and be flexible. It's important to specialize, right? Be good at what you're doing. If you have a good team, you're balanced. But don't be predictable. Alright, we did North Star, Harrison, SSE. Who's left?
Horus, but they're weird as
Horus.
fuck. I don't get them at all.
Fucking love Horus. Yeah. Alright, who can talk to me about the Horus?
I was looking at the horses.
Horses.
Yeah.
They have fun names.
Oh, yeah. They're like... He like zones out really fucking hard for a second, and one of the goons like shakes his shoulder. Ugh.
I really appreciate the naming conventions in general.
Oh,
Like
it's so
the
fun.
fact that they're all themed.
Mm-hmm. Horus is fucking weird, but they're very good at
Yeah,
what
man.
they do. Sort of. Well, it's like
They.
it. Because what is the Horus?
Oh,
Does anyone know the answer to that one? Because
They're
that's not an answer most
mysterious.
people have an answer to. A question most people answer.
Actually, you see a word here. Oh, never mind.
they're like. Really.
they have a decentralized structure.
Mhm.
As of recent, they've been drifting towards some form of organizational, missional, and internal structure, but it is like everything about them, it is vague, unclear, and the intention is not immediately discernible. Like, we don't know why they're doing what they're doing, just that they're doing it.
Fuck yeah.
And their
Unpredictable.
licenses are like kind of hard to come by.
Yeah, because they're hey, like you said, not a structured thing. So if you can find a license for a horse, that's rad as hell. Some people would kill to get their hands on those, so be careful. But they're very powerful if you know how to use them.
Do you have a horse license?
Next question. Suffice to say, nobody really knows what the fuck they're doing, and they're very unpredictable. I'll keep it at that. But their mechs tend to be very specialized, and they do very specific things. What does that mean for you?
If they're really specialized, then we know what they are, what they can do.
They're going to do one thing, and they're going to do one thing really well. But really, that's going to be it. Especially when you're talking frames. So, what does that mean for you as up-and-coming pilots?
Learn what they do well, and
Fuck
don't let them do that.
Shut them down. If they can't do their one job, they're fucking useless. And that's a whole ass mech out of the fight. One less thing you have to deal with. I think that's everything. Now, that's the manufacturers. I think we're just about out of time for the day. Are there any other questions?
If one were to find a horse license,
Yeah.
do you want one? Can I sell one to you?
I mean, dude, there's a market for everything.
Don't come see me after class.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You're getting detention after your first day.
Ooh.
Any other questions?
What's your favorite mech?
Blackbeard.
That is accurate. When I was looking at PK, I was like, Blackbeard sounds fun.
Now, what does that mean for you?
Just-
Since some of you seem very interested in trying to kick my ass, which won't happen, what does that mean for you?
Let me find the Blackbeard.
Keep distance or stop you from doing what you need to do.
Mm-hmm. If you can shut down a Blackbeard's mobility, you've cut off like half their resources, right? They're not the most durable. They're meant to go fast, hit fast, and get out of there. So if you can stop them from moving, dead in the water. They don't have the armor to take a beating. Good job, students. All right. Questions? Anything else?
There are more mech designs than these four. Like more mech company than these four, right?
Unofficially, or officially, no. Licenses, if you're going to do like official things and get them easily made, like you need the license to use the engineering base and the 3D printers, right? Anything custom outside of this, you'd need to make yourself, and there's no guarantee you'd be able to fix. So you run into that issue. It's not impossible, and there are smaller things out there. Like if you do some of the fringe worlds, there's some weird shit that fucking happens out there. If you can find that stuff, hell yeah. But if you want something that you'll be able to replace and keep using and fix, unless you're a master engineer yourself, you're gonna stick with the licenses, which is what most of the galaxy is going to use. Also, their lawyers will kick your ass. So, and I personally don't recommend trying that one. It's like the IRS.
I love the idea that the IRS continues to exist.
Yeah, man, they fucking suck. But they will kick your ass. Trust me.
Doesn't
All right.
that also bring up a good point? If we're talking about factions of space, should we also mention the Union? They're not a manufacturer, but they're
Ooh.
still
What
pretty
is
important, right?
Union.
They are the closest thing that settled space has to a central government.
Correct. And what do they do exactly? Or I guess that's you guys wouldn't care as much about that unless it affects your guys' family. But like, what does that mean for you as pilots, Lancers?
There are probably rules that we have to follow, or
Yeah, those things called laws.
We'll get-
Whatever the fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a thing to build. But it is a singular piece of government located on, well, next to Cradle, just RIP. He like makes a sign, RIP Cradle. But like, what does that mean when you go out on your missions? It's the only singular piece of power, quote unquote power, in the galaxy that we know of. How does that affect you?
It means there's a power vacuum everywhere else.
Correct. The further away you get from the core, the less power Union has, which is both for some people a good and a bad thing, and for Lancers a good and a bad thing. Less laws, less restrictions, holding both you as pilots and also everyone else who just found a mech and wants to fuck shit up. There aren't too many militaristic or police enforcements that far out in the fringes, which is, for you guys' knowledge, where a lot of your missions are going to be. Going out, fixing shit, or fucking shit up for somebody. Which means no support from powers that be, and also no restrictions from the powers that be. Keep that in mind, which means you also need to research where you're going, above all else. Now, big takeaways from this lesson, kids.
Oh, are you asking us?
Oh yeah, that's the question. Sorry. Students!
Pay attention.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm fucking tired.
Be unpredictable.
Oh yeah, do that one too. Absolutely do that one. Anyone
Know
else?
who you're fighting against.
Fuck yeah, do your research. You will have time before every mission to prepare. Most people, especially the stupid ones, just use that to work on their mech. If you were not a stupid one, you would look up the world you're going to, open up the actual mission dossier and read the fucking thing, instead of just going in blind and shooting. Don't fucking do that, because then I have to clean up your mess. Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Dudes?
Question.
What's up?
Why do they call you Prison King?
My name went through a couple iterations. But, I broke these guys out of jail, so I'm their king. And he puts his sunglasses
Gotcha.
back on.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Alright. Class. Mr. Jester touched on it a bit, but next time we'll talk about some of the other factions that are interesting. We'll get into the smaller ones. But keep that in mind, do some research, and bring one that I fucking hate presentations, but talk about one faction. Alright. Class dismissed.
Is that actual homework for us as players?
Yeah, just you can just skim the compendium, pick one.
Okay.
Don't stress it too
we-
much. You can also do it live like we've been doing. It's not a big deal.
Monkey stays after as requested.
Alright. Is your team sticking with you, or are you going alone?
My team is welcome to stick with me. I just tell them, I'm like, hey, like, I just have to stick around a little bit. Ooh.
Okay.
Are you requesting that we stay with you?
I'm letting you know what I'm doing. I don't really know. I don't know if he's happy with me or upset with me. So
I think we can stick around.
I'll stay if you want us to stay.
I'm
I'm not going to insert
No,
myself in
I
this.
think No, I think y'all can go. If there's anything, I can update you all if there's anything important.
Have fun.
Alright.
All right. Kid, come here.
I'm here.
All right, goons, shut the doors. You see they
Oh,
sort
God.
of form a circle and close the doors behind you guys. All right, kid. You seem like a smart guy.
Yes.
Good answer. What are you trying to get out of the school? What are you trying to do?
On a base, the lazy answer is I'm trying to get rich.
Fuck
The
you.
bigger answer is I'm trying to get powerful enough that I can protect the people around me.
That's fucking sweet as hell. What does power mean to you?
I know what it means in mech combat, which is kill
Big guns.
kill before
lots
you're
of
killed.
lasers.
But I think in regards of the factions, I'm struggling to find my place in the worlds.
Are you trying to align
'Cause,
yourself, or are you trying to make your own place?
I don't know. So I was fine living out my lives as an engineer, and this opportunity fell in my lap, so I'm just trying to make the most of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've thought that far about.
You don't have a dream. You're not trying to get something like have a house, get laid, like what normal people fucking do.
I guess the dream would be citizenship to the core worlds.
You're not a citizen.
Are we all? We were born out so far.
That's all you want, man.
I haven't ever been in the core worlds. I mean, comfort for my family, mansion for my family. Like very material things. And
Material's
it doesn't
easy.
have
That's
to
good.
be. It doesn't have to be. I understand that it doesn't have to be Lancer. There's nothing that I'm doing here that I couldn't do. My goals, I could achieve them by winning the lottery.
Sure.
But I
Who the fuck
know
does that?
that this is pretty much the one opportunity I have to not just do backbreaking labor for the rest of my life.
Hell yeah. But you don't have like a dream. I know that's going to sound hooty kid, but like something that you're chasing. For you, I'm not talking like family. Family's good, like believe me. I don't look it, but it's important to have something to ground you. But what do you want? What do you want?
I like what I do. I'm enjoying being an engineer. I'm enjoying being a kick-ass mechanic and a Lancer pilot. But if I had to give anything, if I had to keep one thing of all these things I'm doing, I would keep being an engineer. And so I guess that means that I've got a dream to create, design, and develop something new, something for the worlds to take advantage of. I'm interested in a new heat dispersion system, something that's a little more efficient. I think that's like a eye in the sky dream.
And what are you willing to do to make that dream happen?
Learn everything I can. That's why I've been asking so many questions. I don't want to fall behind.
No, that's good.
I think that people here have all had better educations than I have, so I'm trying to take advantage of the opportunity.
You're at a school. Do that. No, that's normal. That's expected. I guess the question is, what price are you willing to pay to make that dream happen, right?
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Your own
I know
or somebody else's?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I I don't want to cause undue harm, but if it's me or them, I'm picking me.
Fuck yeah. And your team?
What about them? Like, what do you mean? Would I sacrifice them for my dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
As of today, I would.
No, that's expected. Okay. I think we can work with this. And he slides you a small black business card. This isn't mine. I can't read or write. But like, maybe that'll help.
Okay, I don't believe that you can't read or write. I think you just think it's cooler to not read or
Hey, kid,
write.
shut the fuck up. Anyways, as I was saying, 2 a.m. below the hangar base. That might help you out.
All right.
Alright, now get.
Come on, get.
Goons, open the fucking doors. And they, yes, PK, and they swing the doors open. And there is a small crowd of students kind of watching, looking in to be like, did he just kill somebody? Like, what the fuck happened in there? First day of class, they're like, did you get detention?
Oh no, I kicked his ass.
No, the fuck you didn't. Shut up.
Oh well, it seems that I'm the only one who knows what happened. So if you're not gonna believe me, shut the fuck up.
Goons, beat that man's ass.
I run.
Your team is chased by about half dozen power armor goons.
Nice.
As you eventually lose them amidst the halls. Students, we're going to take gamers, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to do a bit of a time skip. I would like to ask you, tell me what you are doing in those 2 weeks. And if there's any classes you want to go to, anything specifically, but we are going to take a quick break. I have not had water this day, and I realize that because I cannot talk anymore, so I'm going to drink something. But yeah, think about what you've done over these 2 weeks, what classes, what personal projects are. Really, the way that this works is there are structured classes that I will put you in for plot reasons, and then other classes that you can pursue or your part-time jobs or whatever. Does that make sense? Pretty loosey-goosey. But definitely, when I come back, I want to know what you want to do. Also, tell me what upgrade you took, so I can keep that in my brain, and what you're trying to do with your mech. We'll do that in character. But
Listen, man, if they're gonna get the jump on us, we should be able to get the jump on them. So I'm not telling you shit. I'm kidding.
that is a viable option.
Honestly, I respect that.
It is an option.
I, as much as a joke as that was, I do think that you knowing what we have gives you an unfair advantage.
Absolutely. It
Wow.
absolutely does. Play with that.
That's my
as
hot
you
take
will,
of the day.
for better or for worse.
That was a hot take.
I look forward to it. All right, I want to step away for a second. I gotta drink something to drink. I will be back.
Bye.
I'm also gonna grab a drink. I need some coffee.
I could feel Mallory's judgment. Would you sacrifice your crew? Yeah.
There was no judgment. I get it. Sierra has
I'll
no
be
judgment.
back.
I really want to use my hacker stuff that I got. It's so cool.
What you get?
I got the second level of the hacker talent called Safecracker,
Mm-hmm.
and the shit you can do is so cool. Like, I can use invade, which is a quick tech, and I can hack slash, which means that the target can't benefit from or take quick or full tech actions until their mech is entirely shut down
Oh damn.
or its core computer is rebooted.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So, like, they can't consume lock on, and they can't hack until they completely shut their mech down. I can also make it so that if they're not in their mech yet, I can make it so they can't get in their mech until they like fix it with a successful
Mhm.
engineering check. I basically like lock their cockpit so they can't get in.
Oh damn.
I'm very excited about it.
That's gonna be annoying for Dean next combat.
I'm so excited. And it's a quick tech. So I could do 2 of the hack slashes. Or I could do like lock on and then hack slash.
Yeah, I didn't understand this from the last time we played. Can you do 2 of the same quick techs?
I
'Cause
don't think you
can't. Okay.
I don't think you can do 2 of the like I couldn't do 2 lock ons, but I
Mhm.
could do a lock on and then another quick tech.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So, like, I
Very
could walk
similar to
on
like
and then
our
maybe-
guns.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think you can take 2 of any of the like you can do 2 quick actions, but you can't do the same. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
So-
I can only do 1.
So yeah, for quick tech, it says unlike other quick actions, quick tech can be taken more than once per turn. However, you have to pick a different option each
Yeah.
time. But
Yeah,
if you do the full tech action, you can choose 2 quick tech options and choose the same option multiple times. So if you do if you do a full tech, you can lock on twice or scan twice or even invade twice.
Whoa.
You just have to say it's a full tech, and then
That's
you can't
crazy.
also do like, or I guess you could like still do like the Everest take initiative and get an extra quick action or something like that. That's pretty fancy. That's pretty scary, actually.
That's really fancy. I'm very excited.
Correct.
I really, really like my mech. I hope I get to get the little fast guy. She's the next license, the frame
Mm-hmm.
for Dustwing is so squishy.
Oh yeah, it is a half-size mech,
But
right?
it's so cool.
Oh, my microphone.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's a half size, yeah.
You don't just.
But
What's
it's
your
so
evasion
cool.
though? Because you should have pretty decent like defense for like. Just
Oh,
dodging.
it's pretty high.
for evasion, but no
evasion.
armor, but low health too, right?
Yeah, you're really squishy. But it's so cool.
I was looking at the death screen earlier. I actually really like that.
I am straight up. I'm gonna hide your camera.
I know you hate her. That's fine. I just need to
I've
see it.
disabled you.
That's fine. I need to see it because I
Yeah.
haven't been looking at what it's been doing. But it's me.
I hate her.
You hate her because you ain't her.
That's fair, I guess. I can never remember where. It's in the compendium.
Compendium.
Dustwing. My HP is 6.
That's like one hit.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
Did you throw Lance
but
do,
my
like,
evasion's
12 last
12.
time? Yummy? Or some shit?
Probably.
Can we
Yeah, it
twice?
was stupid. You just like one shot her.
I could half shot her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. My evasion's 12 though. And I turn invisible
Mm-hmm.
during my turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean,
And I can like turn invisible sort of. Oh,
Will.
I can. Later, I can turn invisible kind of at will, but I also have the Hall of Mirrors thing where I leave the hologram,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like you don't really know which one's. It's mirror image. I cast mirror.
Well,
Every time I
specifically, it leaves holograms in place where you were, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
So you basically like leave phantom images wherever. You
and
go.
it's not even just when I'm my movement per turn. It's each time I move. So if I do a standard movement and then boost, I leave 2 different holograms.
Gotcha. Would it be like whenever you take the move action, it'd be at the start of that move action? So not like every time you move a square, which would be a little different.
No.
Gotcha.
No, it's every time I take a unique move. So like I move my standard amount and then I leave an imprint at the beginning. Like I drop a hologram move. And then if I take a boost, I drop another hologram move.
Right.
And then they're the same size as me that have immunity to all damage and effects. And aren't obstructions. When hostile characters start their turn in move through or move adjacent to the space occupied by the hologram, it detonates. They must succeed on an agility save or take 1d6 damage.
Wow.
On a success, they take half damage. So every time I move, I'm basically leaving little bombs around. You may instantly teleport to the location of any hologram within 50 feet as a quick action. When you do so, all extant holograms detonate, creating +1 explosions with the same effect as above, and you may not create any new holograms until the start of your next turn. I am going to be so excited that I get to use that.
That'll be rad.
I don't have that yet, because that's in the
Next
actual...
Yeah,
It's in the protocol.
It's the core power for the
the
dust
frame.
frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
So I don't have it yet.
Those
Well,
are sadly
I am hyped.
not. Those are not mix and match. They're the one thing that sticks with the frame.
Yeah.
Now, here's the
I'm fine
question
with
for you: when you're, are you planning on going for one of the SSC core bonuses when you hit level 3?
I didn't even look at those.
Yeah, those get
So
confusing.
every 3 levels you get to pick a core bonus. This is a permanent upgrade that is applied to all of your mechs, always.
Oh, I didn't know that. I saw that, and then I was like, oh, I'm at level 3, that is 3, and I don't even know about
Yeah, and they are grouped up by manufacturer. So if you go to, it's like page 118 on the in the book.
Oh,
is
yeah.
The ones for GMS, and you can always pick one of those. You have a lot of nice upgrades in here. Just like choose one weapon mount. All weapons attached to this mount gain +1 accuracy. Just always. Stuff like that. And then each manufacturer, if you have taken 3 levels in
A manufacturer.
a manufacturer, for each 3 levels in that manufacturer, you can pick one of their core bonuses. So if all 3 of your first levels go towards SSC, at level 3 you'll be able to pick one of SSC's.
And that means you can
core
have like
bonuses
2 in
instead.
one frame, 1 in the other from SSC and still get the core bonus.
Right.
I am probably going to pick one of theirs, because that's the one where you turn invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during your turn, you are invisible.
Well, I get that standard with my mech,
For
but
that frame,
I become visible again at the end of my turn. With Ghost Weave, I get to stay invisible until the start of my next turn.
Assuming you take a move, hide, or boost action alone.
Oh shoot, yeah, I didn't.
So it's not permanent invisibility. But also cool.
Pretty good.
I
Also cool.
+2
am
evasion is
planning
also
on-
kinda scary.
That's a lot.
That's
to
what
understand.
I'm aiming for. I've picked
I
up
already
the oh shoot, not Duskweaver.
Oh yeah,
What's the
Duskwing's
one?
evasion is already 12 as a
Yeah.
base.
Yeah,
That's where
And then if you pump some
that's where your
agility points
survival-
into it, you'll be
yeah, that's where your survivability is you try not to get hit, but if you get hit once,
you're fine.
all
You're
of your
screwed.
HP is gone.
yeah.
I'm
Is it?
going for the Morning Cloak myself, which is also SEC.
Ooh.
So
Wait, I want to see that. Is evasion, when you get hit, is evasion part of your roll to like?
It's basically like your armor class. So they roll
Yeah.
against your evasion if they
Oh, okay.
match or hit it. So the higher your evasion, the less likely they're to hit you. Same for your E defense, it does
Gotcha.
the same thing. They have to match or beat that score.
Gotcha. Um.
Yeah.
Oh snap! You can, for your protocol, Alan, you can teleport every
Yeah.
time you move. That's insane.
I'm excited about that. I'm also
That's
excited
fun.
about because it's also very high evasion. It's a little bit less squishy, but I think paired with the like duelist talent, being able to teleport and be a melee character, I think is going to be
Nothing
fun.
personnel, kid.
Yeah.
Your
it's gonna
e-defense is poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay. I'll protect
It's
you.
almost like our lesson
I'll protect
with,
you.
Says the squishiest person.
I can do tech stuff though to protect
Oh
him.
yeah, if you specialize in hacking, you can do some crazy shit on the battlefield.
Mhm.
I was very clear that that's what I was going.
Yeah. Did you take a look at Black Witch?
I
think that's
did.
the
I didn't
one.
like it as much as
Yeah,
the
that
other
one's
one.
less hacky, more like actual control, but it is very fun.
I was looking at Black Witch, Duskwing, and the Horus Hydra.
Goblin is specifically designed for hacking, if I recall. If you want to.
And I didn't like that. It doesn't like that. One of them is the one that I was Hydra is like.
Yep.
Drones, and I was like, I don't want to drones.
Yeah. I mean, once you could also just take a couple levels just to get the one or two items you do want, which is what you'll end up doing anyways. Something to look at. Once you get past your third level, you'll have to branch out one way or another and look at the other core bonuses.
Yeah.
That might be cool. All right, is everyone back?
Mhm.
Let me just pull up mine and notes in. Okay. You guys attend some of your other core classes. Oh yeah, we're back. Ha, whatever. Attend some of your other classes, and you find yourself sitting around the common area of your ship, having made its way back. You see Collie and Clips in the kitchen making a quick meal, and as they're prepping, they're sort of like chatting with each other and at you. Specifically, Collie walks over to you guys and like plops onto the couch. And is like, "How was class?"
It was fine.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah,
Learn
it was-
anything?
Whatever.
Okay. Oh.
I guess.
Oh.
Monkey got pulled after class.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a big old softy. Nothing really happened.
Yeah, he is. And Eclipse sort of just like nods. And Cauliflower says, "So now that you got your first license level, what are you gonna do with it?" She sort of looks around the room.
Pulling up my CompCon. Where do I see my licenses?
I forgot exactly where it's at.
Because I just want to be right in the thing. Say. I'm pretty sure I remember what it was. But I ended up adding
Tactical profile should have your licenses.
Ooh, thank you. Yeah. There it is, yeah. I ended up getting a license towards the Sherman one. I know PK said be unpredictable, but I want to just specialize
Sherman's
and
good.
hit things and hit them hard, and then not set myself on fire.
Is that the one that's like based? Oh no.
Yeah. Dean, you just saw that message?
I saw it. I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. It looks like
Sorry,
it's going
didn't
into
want to interrupt.
No, you're good. That should be a little better. We'll see. But yeah.
We can play around with that sometime if you'd like.
It is being played with. Marco Polo. Polo. No, the Sherman's good.
Poppin. Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Sherman's good. Anyone else? Sorry, I really just like this stuff. It's good. No, it's not intentional. I don't know why it does that.
Weird.
Yeah. No, I'll figure it out.
Is cauliflower's too young to enroll, right?
Yes. She wants to be a pilot.
That's why she's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I fixed it. I had mono unchecked. Now I can hear myself.
He has mono.
Who knows?
Wow. Who'd you snug?
Wow.
What?
Clearly. He's really going British. Oh my god, that's so much easier to hear. Why didn't I do that earlier? Oh, anyways.
Love to see it.
I'm a professional. I do this for a job. Alright. She looks over at Raven next. But yeah, no, she's too young. She's just an apprentice engineer right now.
But she's like her age. She's like a year too young.
A little bit, yeah. Or there's not really an age limit. She's, as Roach was explaining, just not ready for school. He didn't really elaborate.
Like emotionally.
You've gathered. Oh, my microphone. Yeah. But no one's explicitly
Oh,
said
I love cauliflower.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
So what are you going to do with your license?
Fine.
Yeah.
Do what you do with license.
Okay.
I got guns. I put them on my mech.
Do you need help?
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, we're listening to my music, so.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I like learning. I like new music. That's good. And Nemesis?
I think he's probably studying.
Oh.
As weird as that may sound.
Is he doing dinner?
Is there dinner? Did I miss food?
Yeah. It's okay. We'll save some for you. Or dinner's being prepared right now, I would say.
Gotcha.
But if you're on
I
your
do
own,
think that
that's
he's also on his own though while dinner's being prepared.
That's fair. Jester?
Yeah? Huh? Sorry. What?
What are you gonna do with your license level?
Oh, I was going into North Star.
Oh.
My Everest has a fancy new shotgun now.
Amazing. That'll be good. Well, good talk. I'm gonna get dinner ready. Bye.
I thought she wasn't cooking. And also, I thought she was helping me with my mech.
Do you want to do that now? I thought we were gonna do that later.
Yes?
Oh, okay. I'm going downstairs. And you go off with her.
Dinner's put on hold.
Dinner's indefinitely on hold.
Important stuff to do.
Alright. We can do that first. And then everyone else has an idea of what they want to do over the next 2 weeks, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
Okay. Raven, you would probably go down into the engineering bays. It's just you guys right now. And you are both looking at your mech. You put on your music, blasting it. I'm assuming it's the normal, just like raw teenage pain.
Evanescence.
Undiluted. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
On repeat. Only Evanescence.
Yeah.
Would you like to do exactly?
I mean, I'm just putting I'm adding my Veil Rifle.
Okay. These things are really fun. They are a little finicky.
Yeah.
But if you just be careful with the initial mount and some of the wires, they have a tendency to get crossed, and sometimes there are power issues with them, but otherwise they're generally pretty stable, and especially at the range and mobility you're working with, if you do go with the next level of the frame, you'll be fine. But you don't want to get these things too close to anybody else, because it will have degraded effects. Or something. Sorry.
Can I... My mounted systems are part of my mech.
Yes, of the frame.
They're not in my house. Okay.
So are you saying systems?
So,
is that what you said?
yeah.
Yeah, mounts are different
Yeah.
from systems, but yes, they are integrated generally in the frame in some way, shape, or form.
So we're putting on my Veil Rifle and also my Neuro Spike.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
Now that does
looks
take
but...
system points, so as long as you don't exceed your system point capacity.
No, I moved everything around. I got rid of the extra spot for my snake. My snake lives on the
No!
in the space station
Aw.
now. Yeah.
He's just chilling in your room.
Yeah.
Incredible. I forgot you had a pet. Yeah, no.
Meg. I don't remember what her name is though. It was like Asmodeus. It was Asmodeus.
Yeah, it was. I remember now.
It's Morbius.
Asmodeus.
It's a mess.
Cauliflower is installing your Veil Rifle while you're sitting behind a laptop currently plugged into your Compton plugged into the mech, sort of like typing away, uploading this fancy new Neurospike system that you just got.
Yeah.
Alright. What's up?
And then I wanna test out Mirage on myself to make sure it works.
Mirage? What do you mean test it on yourself?
Because you can choose yourself or an allied character. Your system's relays blurred. Illusory emerges over the actual silhouette. Your target treats you or the character you choose as invisible until the end of your next turn. So I want to get in the mech when we're done installing all the stuff, and I want to be invisible.
Yeah. So Kali hops into her
And I want
mech
Cauliflower to confirm that it's working.
at her side, and you activate the Mirage protocol, and you fire it up targeting her, and she sends you a live feed from her.
Wait, no,
camera
I want to target myself.
to turn yourself invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you target another mech, and then that mech perceives you or the character you choose as invisible. Wait, I'm
It
just
says
double-checking.
choose yourself or an allied character.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. You target yourself. She hops in her mech, and then she sends you a live feed of the cameras from hers.
Nice.
And it goes stuttered for a second, blurs, and then it's almost as if there's nothing there from her feeds. Her sensors are still picking you up, but there's no visual feed.
Thanks, Cauliflower. I really appreciate the help.
Of course.
And then I turn her invisible.
You're what?
Just for fun.
Whoa.
And then I turn her invisible, just for fun.
Yeah, no, it's the same effect. You're looking at it, and as you're looking through your cockpit's sensors, it just goes dark. You try to open your cockpit, you can still visibly see her yourself, but the camera feeds and the sensors are all getting fucked with really hard.
How's it feel?
It's taking a toll on their systems, like it's drawing more power.
Oh wait, no, I'm asking her. Asking her how it feels to have like a cool new power applied to her. Because I know she wants mech thing.
It's really good. That's awesome. I might look into this.
Well, this bonding experience for us. I get out of the mech and go back to my
Immediately run upstairs. Okay, bye.
I also would like to do some hacking. We can do other people first.
Okay. As far as today, we'll just go around the room then. You guys have your dinner. You kind of go off to do your own things. You see Eclipse and Roach having a conversation in the kitchen well after dinners, as they're putting dinner away, and you guys go on your ways. Time goes forward. You attend some of the classes that you need to, follow up with what was more or less world or poli-sci or whatever they call it in the space day age. And what would you guys like to do individually? Does anyone want to start first?
I'm happy to go first if no one else has
Nemi.
Do it!
desire. Right, so he is definitely like the PK's comment about defeating or like beating instructors in combat was already something that Dom was really interested in doing, just to like prove his salt as a mech, like a combat pilot. So I think attending Dom's kind of attending classes regularly, doing the normal
due diligence
expected things of him, but in the time that is kind of his own, to do things as he wishes. He is definitely going out to like the practice ranges, not to fight currently, but to watch the people who've been around longer on the Valkyrie, fighting with their training, looking at their mechs, watching their mechs, and like taking notes as to what people are using and what they're specializing in, and especially taking note of any of the instructors and the mechs they're using. As much as he did not like PK as an instructor, he did respect the opinion that he shared of know how best to defeat your opponent by knowing their weakness. That's what I would think. I think that's pushing him towards his like first goal.
Okay. You managed to sit in on a couple of the combat classes. I mean, the practice arenas are open for everybody. So you've been watching a couple fights go on over the past few weeks, and you've seen some of the older students fight. You haven't seen an instructor fight yet. It's always been student v student so far, like per class, and they've all been critiqued usually. So you've been taking notes on the advice the instructors give. One of these days, you're sitting down watching the third ring, as it's one of the senior level classes, as these two mechs, as a team battle, are just going at it, or these four on four mechs going at each other, and it's just chaos and explosions. But you're trying to make sense of some of the more intricate things happening behind the smoke screens, the traps, the fucking feints, and the invisibility. Like, there's everything that you could possibly imagine. Very much like a higher license level that you don't have access to, but it's giving you some ideas.
Right.
You do feel a presence beside you as somebody sits down, and it says, "So what do you think?" And you turn and you see not Claire for once, but
okay,
a lot of red hair, and you're.
Thank you, benevolent DM.
And Claire appears.
So
oh, Dominic! No. I'm thinking just like Majima from fucking Yakuza.
I feel like I can only handle 2 interactions with Claire per session.
Per day. Don't worry, there'll be more.
Great.
No.
You see your instructor Eclipse sit down next to you, and she sort of gestures to the fight, which you currently see a very large, like Harrison-style mech, just like at the front lines, taking a beating from 2 others that you would classify as strikers. All in the meanwhile, you see some of the support characters being targeted by the enemy's artillery, and nobody's doing anything to stop them.
Sorry. Lay that scene one more time.
In the front lines on the left team, there's a Harrison mech that's currently taking a pounding and blocking 2 strikers from the right team. All the meanwhile, you see the right team's artillery, which seems to be like literally a large piece of arcing artillery, shooting over that mech and laying into the support mechs on the left team side. And there's nobody around to really stop them at this point.
Gotcha. So left is 2 strikers, right is not a Horus. What was the other one? You just said it.
Harrison. Just think tanky.
Harrison. Thank you. Yeah. So right is a tank and an artillery, and left is 2 strikers.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
She's like, "What do you think?"
Of their strategy? Like, are you asking for my assessment?
Yeah. You
also, hi. I feel like I haven't seen you around very much, which is weird considering you're. There it is.
Yeah. No, it's been busy. I'm sure you guys have been busy. It's been about a week since your classes have started.
Gotcha.
I've seen you around here. You've been You haven't seen any of the senior level classes, have you? Which you haven't, to your knowledge.
No. I would really like to. Unfortunately, they're all busy. They seem to be training when I'm in class. So maybe I'll just start skipping class.
That you can. I don't recommend it, but
What are you gonna do?
Scribbles something on a piece of paper and is like, "Teacher," or skip pass, and just says it with her signature. She just slides it at you. Just stop by the next Tuesday class. I think you'll benefit from it.
Awesome. But
what do you think?
For what it's worth, what you asked, it seems to me like the strikers are focusing too much on the Harrison. If one of them has the agility to get to the artillery and kind of put some pressure there, I think that their lives might be a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the Harrison can take the 2 strikers at once. What they're doing now isn't a long-term
But isn't
solution.
that the point of the frontliners to distract the enemy?
Well, it's just 2v2, right?
Yeah.
I think the Harrison is doing a great job. I think of these 2, the Harrison and the artillery are winning this.
Bless you.
Unless the strikers change something up, I don't see them succeeding in this scenario.
Mm-hmm. So they could either change their current tactics, or what's another option? You're going to get this a lot. Don't worry. You're going to hear this a lot. It's think outside the box, and don't think linearly.
I suppose. What do you mean? Think outside the box. They're strikers. They do I'm guessing they're doing some melee damage, right?
Mm-hmm. More or less, very close range.
Very close range. I mean, they could back off. I don't know if they have any ranged weapons, but the Harrison's not going to be able to chase them very well, so they could just start avoiding the Harrison itself and fighting at range. I don't know that that's necessarily their strong suit. Artillery, I think, will outgun them from a distance, but at least then they can kind of focus. Instead of focusing on the Harrison, which would take all the hits they're dealing, they could both divert their attention to artillery.
That is an option. You're still thinking within the bubble. What other options?
I don't know how to think out of the bubble yet.
You'll get there.
How about you tell me, Eclipse? You're the one with the expertise.
I am.
Obviously, I'm not seeing the solution.
All right, as a treat. So, Are you married to your mech?
There's no way you're suggesting getting out of a mech in mech combat.
I'm not saying it's a good option. I'm saying it's an option. But go back to the original question. Are you married to your mech that you have right now?
No, I mean, it'll change, and then I'll get other ones as time goes.
Yeah. How many mech bays are in your ship currently? And you can expand this later.
I don't actually know. How many mech bays do we have?
You should have, unless anyone remembers. Should have 8.
Each?
In the ship itself. You can expand the ship if you need to, but
Okay, so we can have 2 mechs at once.
you could have 2 mechs at once. Now, there are options to automate some mechs within reason. There are certain protocols that allow you to do that. There's also, like I said, you could call in a second mech. Bring that into the
You
fight.
swap mech?
You could swap mechs for the situation. Flexibility is a key part of being a pilot. Now, this is usually, honestly, this is a lesson for more advanced students. The initial stages of classes teaching you how to get very good at being a pilot, and generally that means consistency. However, if you do end up in some of the advanced combat classes and some of the advanced tactics classes, swapping mechs is a viable option. That way you're not married to yours, you have backups, you have different skill sets and tools available to you, and if one of the strikers could push really hard and back the Harrison up, that would buy enough time for her to swap mechs and maybe go for another artillery piece herself or a support class.
Yeah, something with some attack effectively. Some hacking would probably be a pretty good option in this scenario.
Which, as you can tell right now, they absolutely don't. They are both heavily focused on melee and close quarters combat, which is doing them no benefits against the Harrison.
No.
But yeah.
Understood. Point taken.
It's,
Genuinely, I didn't know that we could do that.
You aren't it's not
Alan did not know
encouraged
that we
until
could.
your later years because, as you mentioned, getting out of your mech is generally a bad idea. But if you can make the space, it does provide some flexibility. Again, this is an advanced tactic. I wouldn't recommend using it, and it is harder to do in the combat arenas unless you literally have your mech on standby. But it's not impossible.
Noted.
I think the fact that you're seeking out answers this early is good, and I think you'll do fine. But definitely stop by
appreciate
the
that.
next combat class. I think you'll learn something.
Certainly will. Thank you. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Let me know if you need something. And she walks off towards the rest of the instructors.
He keeps watching.
You do so.
And his big note on his notepad that fills an entire page. Hot swappable mechs.
Hot swappable mechs near me. Incredible. All right, we'll move on to the next person for right now, just for sake of time. Does anyone? Who wants to go next, and what are you doing over the next 2 or so weeks?
I'll go third.
Okay, who's going second?
I already did a little cut. So if you want to go, you can. Fail.
Jester is spending a lot of time at the gym.
Of course.
Swole. Did you want a gym buddy?
Is there a list of like records
What do you mean?
of like
PRs and shit, 1,000-pound club stuff?
yeah like
Oh, yeah.
like ship-wide records,
Yeah, definitely.
things like that? I'm gonna pick 2 of them and start going after them to beat them. Not weightlifting records, but probably like track records for the most
Okay.
part.
You see, yeah, I'll make this clear. At least for your year group, or your class year, The are you doing you're studying like track and field or just track? Just out of curiosity. It doesn't really matter. You're talking about a niche that I actually have knowledge of, so I'm going to be specific. Surprise.
Or
what records are you trying to beat?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Let's do this. You see
I don't think...
yeah.
Like, as a player, I don't have knowledge nor too much of a...
You're good.
Too much of a preference for this.
I'll lay it out like this. For your year group, you see some of the weightlifting records are mostly held by oh my god, what name did I give him? Hold on, I'm so sorry. I'm good at this, I swear. Call sign Hunk, who you met at the gym once. Hunk. And then you see a lot of the long distance, short distance, a lot of the track records are held by Your Majesty, also aka Claire, as you've known her. There are some other ones here and there, but those two people have dominated the physical records in the gym.
Okay.
So what would you like to do with that information?
Aiming for track records first.
Okay.
400, 800? Are those?
Those are viable events. We'll say
okay.
let's you want to be a fast boy? Let's say let's do the 400. Give me your Sportsman Z check roll for how well you do.
Do I have one of those? Hold on.
Now, has Garrett been a track person his entire life, or has he been like a weightlifter his entire life?
He does both.
He does both. Roll balance. Okay.
Yes. I guess this is just gonna be a normal. This is just gonna be a normal check. I don't really have a trigger that applies to this one.
Oh, really? Okay. Roll your dice.
I mean, there's not really a solid trigger for just being like physically
fit.
Yeah.
Gym rat.
Exactly.
We can also make up ones as we advance. So. Nice. You do your stretches, you go through your normal warm-up routine, you've gathered a crowd of onlookers. As your dating setup, it's very clear that you've done this before and you were like no slouch. And while physical endurance is not like at the forefront of education for the pilot's mind, there's a lot of respect for the people who do take time to both hone their minds and bodies. Because at least as you know, like, you're equally as dangerous outside of your mech as you are inside your mech when it counts. So this crowd is watching you as you skate up on the starter line. You set up the automated trackers so they march their time. And you hear the buzzer and you fucking book it. You tear yourself along the track. And it's impressive because you're a big guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, holy shit, because you can move for your size. And as you like screaming around the track, you're keeping a timer in the back of your head. As you cross the finish line, you hear a bring, and you set a new record for the school, beating Your Majesty's time by about half a second for the 400.
Alrighty.
And you hear a very impressive, sir. You must have trained before, yes? She's like sort of watching this go down.
Most of my life, sure.
Good. Are you normally a track person, a runner, or you like to mix it up? Because I've seen you in the gym before, and it's very. You seem to have some experience, but you don't look like you have a.
I tend to do a bit of everything. Doing the same thing repeatedly gets boring after a while.
Of course. Any particular routine you're a favor of? Just out of curiosity. Very good then. Well, if you're ever looking for since you seem to be the only person who can match. If you're ever looking for a partner, me or my partner would happy to help you out. If you're curious, it'd be nice to have someone who can keep up. But do with that what you will. I'm sure I'll be back on my board soon.
Very well.
Okay. Anything else you want to do while you're at the track and gym?
No, okay. Not here.
Okay. We'll move on then. Gambino, third-ish in the order.
Yeah, I think the first night that PK gives the card, like curiosity, you know, definitely curious. I immediately go that same night. I tell my party, I'm like, hey, I don't know what this is. PK said that it'd be good for me to do this thing. Like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to go see, like, what's up, like, what's the word. So I am gonna do the thing. I am gonna be curious, and I'm gonna do it that same night. So I show up.
Is anyone going with
he
you?
said,
Because say if you want company, Dom would willingly go with.
I appreciate it. I'll go alone for now. But I should trust my crew. But he only invited me. It's shady. If you feel comfortable with the fact that it feels shady, you're welcome to come.
I would prefer to go to something that's shady.
All right,
Illegal?
well, you can come.
Say less.
Great.
Legal say less.
Anyone else?
So I've got Dom, Raven, and Monty. Jester, are you going?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, we ball.
Okay. You make your way to the hangar bays. It's quiet. Obviously, it's the middle of the night. There's a couple people milling about, but it's like empty. You follow the instructions on the card to like one of these side stairwells, and as you make your way down, it leads to what you've been explained to is a hidden door. You swipe the card on a inconspicuous sort of like fire alarm, and a secret door slides open, leading you further down. Do you proceed?
Yeah.
After about 3 flights of stairs, you hear noises. It's people talking,
Is this a fight club?
arguing, and you come into what's a little bit scrappy, hidden in the under bays and like one of the old maintenance bays of the Valkyrie, an open sort of like bazaar site type stalls lining the walls, and different vendors hawking wares, anything from like general like office supplies to bits of candy. It feels like a festival almost. There's like dim, low like safety lighting going on. At the far side is a short sort of blonde man who seems to be sort of like overseeing proceedings. He immediately like locks eyes with you, and he's like, "Wait,
Is this Dom?
Dom 2. No, but
A short blonde man.
Short blonde king. He waves at you, Monkey. He's like beckons you over.
I am beckoned.
What's up, kid? What brings you here?
And I
Monkey, right?
show him the card.
Yeah. No, we got that. What are you looking for?
I was told to look, and I'm here looking.
Who gave you the card?
Prison King.
Really?
Yeah, I kicked his ass for it.
Yeah.
And I like
sure you
laugh.
did.
I smile, obviously, like
Mhm.
I want it to come across as a joke.
Maybe one day, kid. You might have it. No. Well, this is unprecedented. Normally, he's I've never seen him pick a favorite. So good on you. And of course, the invitation extends to your team, but welcome to the market. The premier place for acquiring bits, pieces, goods, licenses, whatever would have you. Things that you might not be able to have or find easily, and also a good place to remove things, if you would. So again, what are you looking for?
I think I have PK gave me this card because we were having a conversation around finding my dream, finding a passion that is a little more selfish than what I was originally intending on doing.
And he gave you the card after that conversation?
Yes.
Oh. All right, kid.
So
what are you looking for?
I'm looking for. I think I'm just looking to be the best engineer on this side of the galaxy. I have specific interests around research and development for new piece. I'm interested in figuring out something around our heat management and dispersion.
You're trying to like toe the line, play with fire?
Yes.
Let me see that card you got.
I give it to him.
He sort of looks it over for a second. Okay. And he slides it across his little counter to you. Okay, I think we can work that. He like snaps his finger and somebody runs into the back. So, heat management. You want to be an engineer. You're trying to do something that changes the world or something. None of my business. But if you're looking for things, I think we can help you out. And the guy comes back from the counter, hands this blonde-haired man, this sort of large, like a jar, or not jar, like a gas can of some sort. Give this a shot. Specialized coolant. It's supposed to maximize the systems. It will burn out, so it won't last longer than about a week. But if you're looking for a quick boost, this will help alleviate some of the issues if you're trying to toe the line. Mechanically, if you use this, it'll give you a +2 cap to your heat for one mission. And he slides it across the counter.
Not what I had in mind, but I'll take a look.
I mean, if you're looking for something else, I mean, we sell things here and services. Dreams are
work?
hard to come by. But sorry, what was that?
Can I sell my labor? Do you offer work here?
And he just sort of gives like a
Man, this man is just racking up jobs.
All the jobs, bro.
What are you offering?
I mean, we're a crew of troublemaking Lancer pilots as well as troublemaking engineer.
Aren't you already working upstairs to the boss?
Hey, man. We sleep when we die, right?
I can see it.
I'm just seeing if there's something available. I don't even know if there's anything we can do.
Tell you what. Survive your first mission. And y'all come back here. Tell me how it went. I think we might have something for you.
What did I get? Specialized
vent coolant. It will it'll increase your heat cap by 2 for one mission.
Means adding consumables.
I will never use this until the final battle. Now, simple ground rules. You don't know where that thing came from. You don't ask where it came from. We'll provide, you pay, the usual. But,
what came from?
Good. Now, I hope this is the start of a, beneficial relationship for the two of us. I think you guys will do just fine. Now, you're free to check out the other stalls if you want something, but if you need me, I'll be back here. And he turns and goes back behind the counter.
Yeah, what else we got here? Is this just the black market? Like, is that
It's
what
essentially
this
the
is?
black market, but you can also find like just general goods. Think of it like your normal store. Most shopping you can do online, basically, and have it shipped to your ship. But if you're looking for something like immediately, you can go down to the market and just buy it.
That's good to know.
So like think it's very much like mech focused, so there's like parts, services, licenses, that kind of thing. But there's also just like stalls that sell food. It's like it's a little market.
Do they have like system stuff?
Mm-hmm. Definitely a lot of stalls sort of like focused on like mech things.
Monkey just kind of paws through. We don't have to spend more time here, but this has been a worthwhile trip to Monkey, even just knowing this thing exists. Oh, wait. Can I buy drugs here?
Oh, for sure. And he
Great.
points to like third
Yep.
stall on the left.
Hey,
That was sort of what I was getting.
Great. Monkey wants to just buy some weed.
Yeah, no, easily.
space weed.
Weed and cigarettes. There it is.
You buy some basic
Those
stuff.
those are the vices.
Yeah, you know exactly what brand you're looking for, what kind of strain. Easy transaction. Add that to your inventory.
Weed.
Gazundos.
Can Sierra buy stims
Yeah,
while we're here?
yeah, no, easily. It's like that's easy common commodity. Credits are exchanged. No big deal. You guys basically, unless it's something extremely specific, I'm not going to track credits, and that's the way Lancer works. Is you have resources to do things. What that means is it's either a usable item or like how Gelmi has right now, it's a resource that can be exchanged or bartered on missions or used. So think about it in that sense instead of like monetary value. Anyone else? Okay. You guys browse the market for a little bit, checking out some stalls here and there. Maybe you'll buy a trinket or two, up to you. But you make your way out of the market. It is about 3 a.m. at this point. As you pocket the black card, and you head back to your ship. Nobody bats an eye. People are coming in and out of the bays, or these shuttle bays, all the time. Missions, older students. It's not a big deal. And it doesn't seem like this is
Nice.
a very closely kept secret, considering how close it is. But you do get the sense it's kind of an unspoken truth of the ship. For whatever reason. Alright. I think we've touched on everybody. We've got a few minutes left. Is there anything you guys want to do to wrap things up? Or anything your characters want to do? Sierra.
I would like to work on my mom's note.
Encryption, decryption.
Yeah, and actually, wait, before I do that, did I get any messages from what's her face recently?
The mitochondria?
Yeah.
Not recently.
Tell.
It's been
Okay.
quiet.
I, as irritating as she is, I do want to check on her because I'm a little worried that I haven't heard from her.
Okay.
It was just incessant, and now it's nothing. So, when I go in to do my hack,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I want to research my mom's note in reference to, in the vein of PK's homework.
Okay.
He asked us to, research a faction, so I'm
Yeah.
going to research the note as part of researching the faction.
Okay.
And when I go to do that, I would also like to check out.
Okay. What are you doing exactly? So You're going through the note. You're trying to decrypt it, you said?
Yeah, and I'm assuming that I'm using some, library resource or something.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're going to the library. You're sort of set up your little workstation. Roll me a check with 2 difficulty right now.
An investigate check or a hack check?
Investigate.
Last. 2 difficult. How do I do that? How do I make it too difficult?
Just roll 2d6 and take the higher one to reduce your d20 roll by. I don't. There's a command for it. I just don't remember how it works. It'd be like, what is it? D20 plus 2d.
So, d20 minus 7. That's what you're asking me to roll.
It would be minus
d20
4.
plus 2.
Minus 4. Your highest. So when you add accuracy of
I
difficulty,
see
it's just the highest dice.
Gotcha. So d20 plus 2. Wait, stupid. We just actually rolled.
Yeah, there is a command for it. I just forget. Whoops.
Oh, well, shit.
There.
I don't know anybody.
This is not a normal cipher. And you're not sure, where... It's not something that's been recorded. You try to look up, some sort of pattern. You try code breaking it. It's not normal. And you're getting the hint that it might be even paracausal in nature. There's some external force keeping you from being able to physically understand it.
Okay.
It says you've literally typed up the letter into a couple programs, run it through numerous normal systems, and nothing comes out. You get the sense you might have to do this by hand when you're looking at it, but no headway right now.
Okay.
And what else?
I want to check on mitochondria. I just want to send her can I send her a message hey, did you fill out yet?
You send that off before you start your encrypting. It's been a couple hours as you're looking through this note well into the night, and you just get a little you hear a boop, and it's just a small frowny face, and it just says no.
Oh, what happened to our fun banter?
A little busy right now. Call you back later.
Okay. That's upsetting to Sierra. So she's gonna take a stim and go to bed, I guess.
She don't know what?
I'm gonna take a stim and go to bed.
Take a stim and go to bed?
Take a
Yeah.
stimmy.
What?
Take a
Give me my
stimmy.
uppies. You
Uppies.
You do so.
Well, I was thinking more the freeze stim, which keeps you kind of calm and emotionally stable.
Yeah.
Deadened fear and other strong reactions.
Mm-hmm. You do so, immediately settling into the bed, which you've since decorated your room, so it feels a little bit more homely. But the night passes.
I'm cuddling with my snake.
Yeah, absolutely, incredible. Gamers, is there anything else you want to do before I close this thing out? Excellent.
I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We will call it there. Next time, you'll get your first mission briefing, and we'll send you out into the wider world. You'll have some time to prepare, gather resources, set up your mechs, and then you'll be on world. Very exciting. Thank you very much, gamers. Say goodbye.
Bye.
We're gonna get a chance to prep.
Yes. So,